My name is Sam, and I have been working with Kids Who Count for about two and a half years with my son Grayson, who is almost 4. Everything seemed fine. When he turned 12 months old, I had no reservations that there was anything wrong with him. He was just the normal, typical baby. At his 18-month well check with his pediatrician, the pediatrician asked me if he was pointing. Something, just a simple little gesture of pointing. And I had to think about that for a minute because it wasn't something that I was or was not noticing. And he says no. And he didn't say anything to scare me. He was just like, here's some paperwork, here's a pamphlet, and if you have some time, I would reach out to this organization, and they're pretty great, and they're Kids Who Count, and they have an early intervention program.
The really cool thing about what we do at Kids Who Count is the lifelong impact that we can have on children, on families, on communities. If we can get in and support a child and provide them with the treatment and the services and get their family the support that they need early on, that child's long-term, lifelong outcomes, educationally, emotionally, socially, are going to be so much better. And we've worked with our bank for decades, since we were founded in 1986. So when we needed help with a PPP loan when COVID hit, they were just with us every step of the way. Our bankers sat down with me on a Friday and helped us complete the application, called me on a Saturday to make sure everything was complete, and we had funds in our bank by the following Wednesday.
We want to take care of them and take care of their needs and help them succeed, specifically when they're a nonprofit like Kids Who Count, who really is a true benefit to our community.
During the pandemic, one of the biggest pieces where the banks did get involved was the Paycheck Protection Program. Without this mechanism, without this infrastructure, the banking infrastructure of the state of Utah, these loans would not have been deployed the way they were. And the recipients, these businesses, would have not been able to keep employees employed the way they were. And the negative economic effects for the state of Utah would have been exacerbated multiple times. It would have been a much bigger dip prior to any sort of recovery.
Sometimes it takes a crisis for us to realize just how connected we all are and learn how these connections are central to the success we share as a state. Utah's banking system is a key part of that success and connects us as individuals, families, communities, and businesses.
If there's a problem in our community, it's our job to solve it, because ultimately the fate of our communities and the fate of our banks go hand in hand. A bank is only successful as the community that it serves.
I feel very strongly that we need to look at the word community. It's actually made up of 2 words. It's common unity. And I think because of the divisiveness that's taking place amongst our communities right now, we've got to enhance the relationships and partnerships that we already have and get into the arena of unprecedented partnerships.
The really cool thing about the support that we've received from our community bank is the impact that it's had on so many families. So when they support and help Kids Who Count, they're helping the community. And I just think it's really cool when someone wants to be a part of that and wants to have that kind of impact on a child's life, on a family, on a community. It just really makes a difference.
I didn't know where we were gonna go with this. I didn't know how Grayson was gonna progress. He has been in Kids Who Count ABAs. We're coming up on a year, and he is a completely different kid. Last year, he was running away, he was quiet. If you look at him today, he knows how to get what he wants. He's in love with animals. He knows how to say their names. He knows how to tell you what sound they say. And I can credit parenting 100%, but I can also credit Kids Who Count 110% for helping him learn all of these life skills.
The banking industry is the lifeblood of a community. And so what bankers are doing is just mission critical to keeping a community alive. And the role that is played by a banker is one of the most important roles. They're the blood. If you think of the body, they're the blood. They make it all work. You know, we can have strong muscles, we can have a smart brain, but without the blood flowing through it all, and that is the banking community, it all falls apart and fails.
Most bankers are what I call accidental bankers. They get a job in banking and then they see the impact that banking has in the community and most importantly in people's lives. And they become bankers for good. They don't leave. They get into banking accidentally, but they see that banking changes lives, and that's what they want to do. That's what most people, when they think about their career, they want to do something that makes a difference.
Somehow things work out, and we had taken a huge leap before COVID hit and started an autism program. And lo and behold, here comes this unexpected donation. And right now, we signed a lease in the middle of May, and we're leasing a space 800 feet west of here, and we're renovating that space, and we're moving that autism program over there. And so it's so exciting to get that kind of support. I mean, it's nothing less than a miracle, and we're so grateful for it.
We learned during the pandemic how fortunate we are to live in one of the largest and strongest banking states in America, and how this makes communities throughout Utah stronger. As we leave the pandemic, Utah's economy is the strongest in the nation. Because of the great work of so many, Utah is poised to lead our national recovery as we invest in infrastructure, education, and our people. Thanks to all of you for making it possible.